everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Econ With SM. Today's video going to be about basic economics part 2. In this video we are discussing about definitions of economics by different economists. As we all know that there is no precise definitions of economics from the beginning till now. Economics have so many definitions such as wealth definition, welfare definition, scarcity definition and growth definition. Let's move to the first topic of this video, that is wealth definition. Wealth definition is also known as the classical view of economics. It was given by Adam Smith, who is the father of economics. He defined economics as a science of wealth in his book An Inquiry into the Nature and Cause of Wealth of Nation, which was published in 1776. According to him, economics makes inquiries into the factor that determines the factor and growth of a nation. Now, critical evaluation of this definition. This definition was criticized by a number of different economists because this definition limits economics only about wealth, which is not appropriate. There are some points that was criticized by economists, such as narrow meaning of wealth. In this definition, many economists regarded merely precious material goods as wealth. However, nowadays, immaterial services of doctors, teachers, dentists, etc. is included in wealth as well. Second is more importance to wealth. In this definition, he gave too much importance to immaterial wealth and ignored human welfare aspect and moral values. And the last one is wrong presumptions of an economic man. In this definition, he presupposed the existence of an economic man whose sole motivating force is his own economic intensity. But in reality, we hardly find this type of an economic man. Now, the next definition is welfare definition. This definition, also known as the non-classical view of economics, which was given by Alfred Marshall. According to him, economics is the study of mankind in the ordinary business of life. In his definition, he examines the part of individual and social action which is most closely connected with the attainment and the use of material well-being. There are some main features as well, such as economics is a science. It studies the economic activities of a social, normal and a real man. And the second one is wealth is a means, which refers its and in human welfare, that is, wealth is for man and man is not for wealth. Professor Marshall stressed only on material requirement. It neglects other aspects of services. That's why his definition was criticized by Professor Lord Robin. This definition was criticized as follows, which is a wrong concept of material goods. According to Marshall, economics studies about material goods only, but this is not correct. In real life, it's not easy to distinguish between material goods and immaterial goods. Now, second one is economics has no relation with the material welfare. In this definition, according to Professor Robin, economics can't be linked directly with material welfare. It's because of so many reasons. One is the concept of welfare can't be defined exactly. Second, in economics, we study is number of such activities that can't be regarded good from the welfare point of view. For example, war, production of wine, etc. Third is economists don't have an appropriate scale of measurement by which welfare can be measured. The third one is wrong division of human activities. Marshall's division of human activities into economic and non-economic activities was also not appropriate. According to Robbins, activities are neither completely economic nor non-economic. Rather, every activity has many aspects, and one of them is more often an economic aspect. And the last one is classificatory. Definition is classificatory, and this we find many categories, but however the distinction between them is not clear. For instance, ordinary and extraordinary business, social and unsocial, etc. The third definition of economics is the scarcity of definition, which is given by Professor Lord Rhiannon Robin. This definition also known as the scarcity and choice definition, and he defines in his book An Essay on Nature and Significance of Economic Science, which is published in 1932. According to Robin, economics is a science which studies human behavior as a relationship between and scarce means which have alternative uses. This scarcity definition is considered as the most scientific definition. According to Robin, economics is a science which studies human behavior as a relationship between ants and scarce means which have alternative uses. This means that economics is a human science. It involves maximizing satisfaction from scarce resources and the means available from satisfying these ends are scarce or limited in supply. Also, the scarce means are capable of alternative uses, that is, the use of scarce resources for one and prevents its use for any other purpose at that point in time. There are three important aspects in these definitions, that is, ends. This refers to human wants. There are unlimited human wants, which is the fact of life. When one wants gets satisfied, another wants crops up. Second one is scarce means. This refers to scarcity of resources. Resources are scarce in relation to wants. All wants can't be satisfied. Human beings have to decide which want satisfactions they desire first. And the last one is alternative uses. This refers to alternative uses of scarce resources. For example, coal is used in factories, in running railways, and in thermal stations for electric generations and by household, etc. Now let's move to the criticism of these definitions. These definitions was criticized by Lord Robin, and the main point of criticism are as follows. First is the difference between means and ends is not clear. In this definition, though uses to term means and ends, it doesn't make clear distinction between them. Second one is neutral towards ends. This definition regards economic neutral towards ends. If it is accepted, even then the study of economics would be of no use and economics would no remain a fruitful science. The third one is reduced merely to evaluation theory. According to Robin's definition, has reduced economic merely to evaluation theory. This doesn't take into account the problems of macroeconomics and growth. And the last one is the problems of abundance. All the problems of economics don't arise from scarcity. Some of them arise from abundance also, such as the problem of overproduction, etc. Now let's move to the last definition of economics, that is growth definition, which was given by Professor Paul A. Samuelson, and this definition also known as the Samuelson's growth-oriented definition. According to him, economics is the study of how people and society end up choosing with or without the use of money to employ scarce productive resources that could have alternative uses to produce various commodities over time and distribute them for consumptions now and in the future among various peoples and groups in society. It analyzes costs and benefits of improving patterns of resources allocations in order to produce more and more goods and services which can be distributed for the consumption of the people and the groups of people in the society. Samuelson's definition is an improvement over Robin's scarcity definition based on some facts. First is Samuelson's regard economics as a social science which emphasizes the problem of scarce resources and the idea of alternative uses of resources. The second is He emphasized on the consumptions and distributions of various commodities for the present and future economic growth, thereby highlighting the study of macroeconomics. The third is Samuelson Slave emphasizes on the use of modern techniques of cost benefit analysis to evaluate the development program for the use of limited resources. And the last one is Samuelson's definition of economics has superiority over that of Robbins because of the inclusion of time element, thereby making the.
If you like my video, please thumbs up, share with your friends and subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to